Something that I think most people never really understand in relationships is that behind every argument that you will have with your partner is them trying to, or you trying to reach out and explain to them how you feel and what you need. So oftentimes arguments start because one of the two people start complaining, they start saying how things upset them, they start saying how things are bothering them, and the other partner gets defensive and takes it as my partner is attacking me, my partner is blaming me for all of this. When in reality, it is their way of trying to reach out, connect with you, trying to get you to understand them, and trying to get you to be on board with them so that you guys can fix the problem together. Miscommunication is so often such a huge problem and such a huge factor in relationships. And what you always need to remember is that when you guys have an argument, when you guys have a fight, it is never you versus your partner. It is always you guys versus the problem. And as long as you're not able to let go of your ego, you're not able to let go of your having to be right, and you're not able to let go of you always having to know the answers to everything, you guys won't be able to come together as partners and solve the relationship in a proper manner. Remember that a relationship is not about you being right or your partner being right. It's about you guys growing together, learning together, and becoming closer through your struggles, which need to be resolved in a humble, respectful way. Something that I wish I had learned way earlier in my life is that men need and crave respect the same way women need and crave love. No amount of love that you give your man is ever going to be able to replace the amount of respect that he requires and needs to feel safe in a relationship. Men need respect the way women need love. They need love as well, of course, but they need to feel respected, heard, and admired in the relationship. And the best way you can do that for your man is by affirming him, is by supporting him, and is by respecting his decisions and his leaderships, even when you don't really trust what he's doing. And I know this is so incredibly hard for so many women to do. It's so hard for me to do because so many of us grow up in unstable families and unstable environments, and we grow up to learn that we shouldn't trust anyone too much. We should learn to be self-sustainable. We should learn to be sufficient by ourselves, and that is just simply not true. A relationship and a commitment with a good man is one where he's going to require respect, he's going to require support, and he's going to require you to trust his leadership even when you don't naturally want to trust him. If you want a man to love you forever, you need to learn to respect him and respect his decisions and respect who he is as a man. Here is one beneficial thing of dating an overthinker like myself. If you date an overthinker and they tell you that they love you, they truly mean it because they have thought of every possible reason not to love you, and they've concluded that they love you anyway and that they're not in control of that feeling of theirs. So if you're dating an overthinker who tells you that they love you, believe them because they've thought about it a million times and they really, really do. Do you know what I don't think a lot of women understand? I think so many women miss this idea that their man is in their life because their man loves them and actually wants to make their life better and make them happy. So many women have this idea in their mind, and I think it's because of the social media and the things that are being pushed nowadays, that men are just in their lives because men want to take, men don't want to be alone, men need to have a woman to do their chores, and that is just simply not true, ladies. A man is going to be in your life and he's going to be committed to you, not because he's there to take from you, but because he's there to give to you. Because a man who is in love is a giver. A man who is in love is gonna be in your life because he's gonna wanna take care of you, solve your problems, and do things for you. And the reason why you might feel like he's not doing those things for you is because you haven't taken the time to show him who you are and what you need. And you also probably haven't taken the time to understand who he is and what he needs. So if you have a good man in your life, don't immediately assume that he's there to take from you. Assume that he's there to give to you. And assume the best of your man. Because a committed man is an honest man who just wants to take care of his woman. I want you guys to do this exercise for a minute, okay? Close your eyes and think for a minute about the last time when you felt really loved by someone. Think about the time when someone really loved you and told you that they loved you and how that made you feel. And then do the same for the last time you really felt love towards someone, whether it was a parent, whether it was a friend, whether it was a partner, a sibling, a child, whatever. Think about the last time you really felt love for someone and close your eyes and do that for a minute. Now, which one feels better? I would almost argue that the feeling of loving someone is better, it's more rewarding, it's more fulfilling than the feeling of being loved. So remember that next time you feel bad about sacrificing something for someone else. When you're sacrificing your time, your energy, and your efforts for someone out of love, you shouldn't have this thought in the back of your mind that you might be missing out on something. You shouldn't have this thought in the back of your mind that they might hurt you, that it might not be worth it. Because I can promise you something. Your life is not about you. You are meant to be here on this planet to interact with other people. That is why we are social. You are meant to be
here to not just live for yourself, but to live for the people around you. And if you're doing that truly, and you are taking care of the people around you, you are loving the people around you, I can promise you your life is going to be 10 times more fulfilling than if you were only living it for yourself, with the constant barriers up, with constant fears up, and with worries that I need to take care of myself first and blah, blah, blah. Your life is not about you, sweetheart. Your life is about everyone around you. And remember that the feeling of taking care of someone and loving someone is more powerful and more rewarding than the feeling of them doing that for you.
I don't know who needs to hear this today,
but your man is not supposed to be providing for you, protecting you, and paying for everything for your life if you are not willing to respect him, submit to his leadership, and trust him and treat him with kindness and love. I said what I said. Having your period is not a valid excuse to then treat your man like crap. Just because your hormones are off, just because you're not feeling your best, doesn't give you the entitlement to then yell at your man, hit your man, treat your man like crap, call him names. And yes, he doesn't go through those cycles of feeling what we feel as women, but it doesn't give you as a woman the entitlement to then treat him like crap. You are not a child. You're not a baby. You have the ability to control yourself and to tell him how you feel. And if you need space, to tell him that you need space in a respectful manner. Being on your period doesn't give you the entitlement to act however you want to act just because your hormones are imbalanced. Yes, it's okay to cry. Yes, it's okay to be frustrated. Yes, it's okay to tell him that you don't want to see him. But don't disrespect him. If that is your man and he is not fully understanding how you're feeling, why not try to explain to him how you're feeling instead of getting mad at him for not understanding because he doesn't go through what you go through? Start treating your man with more respect and stop blaming him all the time, and stop blaming him for not understanding what you're going through. He's a man. He's not gonna understand. You gotta be a grown adult and explain to him how you're feeling. Tell him what you need in a respectful way.
I'm sorry, but all the women out there saying that men and women should be getting equal pay are not understanding why that is so far from the truth. And the reason why it's so far from the truth is because men are faster, men are stronger, men are more able of working longer hours, men are more reliable, men can do harder labor in general, and men have a lot more abilities of doing hard jobs that women cannot do. Men are the ones working in the oil rigs. Men are the ones collecting your trash. Men are the ones working in the cold snow, building construction, fixing roads, whatever else. Men are the ones who are usually police officers. Men are the ones who are usually firefighters, doing all of these dangerous jobs that most women do not want to and cannot even do. So the pay gap is not something that is unfair. It's there for a reason because men risk their lives so much more than women do. And that is not something we need to fight about. That is just reality. That is the way it is. Can we learn to accept it? Move on and understand that it is the way it is for a reason and leave men be. Let's stop attacking men for everything all the time. Jeez. The right woman will sit with you and doom scroll on her phone and do nothing and just be happy to be in your presence. That's how you know you found the right woman. If your woman is just happy to be with you, doing nothing or doing absolutely whatever, and she tells you she's happy because she gets to spend time with you, that is when you know you found the right woman. Because I can promise you, a woman who loves you and cares about you isn't gonna need a bunch of fancy things to be happy. She's just gonna wanna be with you and be happy with you and be at peace with you, and that's it. If she's like that, you know you found the one because she is going to be happy just doing whatever with you. This is your reminder that if somebody truly wanted you in their life, they would do anything in their power to keep you in their life. If someone truly cared about you like they say they do, they would go above and beyond to help you solve your problems, to help you work through your trauma, to help you go through the struggles with you by your side and not giving up on you as soon as times get tough or as soon as they feel like that's it, I'm done with this because I don't want to get hurt. Someone who truly loves you and cares about you will sit through the hard times as much as they possibly can and struggle with you because that is true love. Love is not an emotion. Love is not a feeling. Love is an action. It's a verb. And it's something that is required in any successful relationship, whether it's an emotional, whether it's a romantic relationship, a platonic relationship, or a family relationship. If you want to have a good relationship with someone, you got to learn to struggle with them when they need your help and when they need you to struggle with them. I can tell you exactly why so many men nowadays would rather be alone. Less drama. Men do not want to have to deal with a woman who's just there to bring in more drama and more chaos into their life. They already have a hard enough life trying to get their stuff together, trying to become successful, trying to become someone they admire, and trying to compete with all the other men on the planet. So if you as a woman are coming into his life and all you have to bring and offer him is more chaos, he's not going to want to be with you. He's going to want to be with a woman who brings him peace, who brings him stability, who trusts him, who's loyal to him. That is the kind of woman a man is not going to want to lose. But the problem is so many women nowadays are so arrogant and think that they deserve the world and that their man should just put up with whatever they decide to act like. That's not how it works, ladies, okay? You need to humble yourselves, first of all, and you need to remember that your man is just as important in the relationship as you, second of all. Advice for the women: sometimes you gotta go all in and just trust that man. Stop self-sabotaging, stop projecting, stop thinking he's gonna leave you, he's gonna let you down. If he's a good man, he's not gonna do any of that, and if it ends, it's because you did that to yourself. So go all in on that man. Trust that man and make his life better the way he wants to make your life better, and I can promise you that that relationship will thrive.
Most women are going to hate me for saying this, but if you have a problem with something your man is doing that you don't like and for whatever reason he's doing it, instead of going and gossiping about it to someone else, or instead of making assumptions on why he does it and trying to either fix him or starting to resent him because you don't like the fact that he does that, have you tried communicating with him the fact that you don't like it and asking him why he does it and if he can change it, and if he can't change it, how you guys can grow together and find a way to be together even though he does that thing you don't like? Have you thought about it? And this can go for anything. This can go for him getting you flowers. This can go for a certain thing that he does. This can go for his show of or lack of show of PDA. This can go for the way he eats, for how he wants to eat, at what time, anything in the world. If you have a problem with something your man is doing, don't make assumptions. Don't try to change him by dropping subtle hints, because men don't get that. You just gotta be clear and communicate with them. And don't go and gossip about him behind your back. Actually, on that note, never ever gossip about your man. That's what you should do. I don't want to sound harsh by saying this, but men don't want extra drama that they don't need in their life. Men would rather be alone than with a woman who brings nothing more than drama into his life. And no, this doesn't mean that you can't come to him with your problems. This doesn't mean that you can't go to him when you're feeling bad or when you're feeling upset. This just means if that is all you're bringing to the relationship, it is simply not enough, especially for a good man who's going places in his life. If you want to lock down an amazing guy who has all the qualities you're looking for, who is driven, who is ambitious, who's going places in life, you need to be the kind of woman that he would want to be with. And the kind of woman he would want to be with is a woman who is self-controlled, who is emotionally stable, and who's able to support him and put him first in difficult times and not only come to him with all of your drama. You need to learn to be careful with what you say, when you say it, and how you say it. And remember that you need to bring assets into his life that are more than just your looks if you want to be with a man that is going places in life. Hey guys, so I know I never really talk about myself on this channel, but I wanted to be a little bit personal today because I feel like you kind of deserve that from me, especially you guys who've been longtime listeners of me. And yeah, I just wanted to be a little bit open with you guys for once and be a little bit more personal. So I have been struggling a bit lately, to be very honest. I have been going through some things where I have really been tested, where I've really been having to reflect on myself, who I am as a person, and some of the revelations that I've come to I think are really useful, and I'm going to be sharing those with you as well in the next few videos, and also partially today. But I just wanted to also use this as a reminder to you guys that, you know, we all struggle, we all go through difficult things, we all go through times where we're being tested, where our character is being tested, and where we're being confronted with the reality of we are not perfect and we need to shape ourselves and mold ourselves to become someone who is not probably someone we really like, but nevertheless we need to work on ourselves to become someone who we like more and who other people will also like more. The last couple of years of my life have been really challenging for a number of different reasons. I've been going through a lot of loss, I've been going through a lot of transformation, a lot of learning, a lot of changing, which has also brought me to be able to do what I do today with the social media that I give you guys, the videos. This is basically all stuff that I've learned in the last couple of years through, you know, self-learning and being taught by the people around me who I'm so grateful for. So yeah, I hope that you guys are able to take something away from this. And what I really wanted to just share with you is I wanted to share the fact that I have been going through some things, and I know we all go through things. So if you're going through something, then I want you to know that you're not alone. Whatever that thing might be, whether it's related to a relationship, whether it's related to your own personal growth, your own personal struggles, you can always DM me. You can always, you know, confide in the comment section. There's so many other people who would love to support you. And please don't ever feel like you have to go through this alone. And please don't ever feel like when you're going through tough times and when you're going through change and when you're going through self-development, please don't ever feel like you're the only person on earth, because there's so many of us who are struggling with the same things. So many of us have the same negative thoughts. So many of us have the same struggles, the same fears, the same everything, the same doubts. And so oftentimes we just need to realize that the world is not about us. We are important, but figuring out how we function so that we're able to be there for the people we love is so important. And that's what I try to preach in my messages as well. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you guys for listening. Yeah, and I'm so grateful that you're all here, that you're listening, that you listen to my videos, and for your support. So I hope you have a great day, and yeah,